professionals have warned for decades.
Not you. You're CNN. You're fake news.
And the ceasefire.
This is CNN speaking, by the way. So,
are you personally
this is one of the worst reporters that you'll ever see. I don't even want to take a question. It's a waste of time.
Fake news, CNN. Oh, their camera just went off. Their camera. Every time I mention them, they turn the camera up because it's never good. They say this is a problem, but I don't blame them. You're better off keeping it on.
Yeah, that's probably why you've never seen him say anything like insightful or truly clever or compassionate. I think CNN probably just turned their cameras off. It's too bad we never got that footage. But anyway, that's a little reminder of how much Donald Trump has long absolutely hated CNN, because for all of the issues that CNN has, and it has a lot, and I've been very critical of them over the years, right now at least, they're one of the few places where regularly difficult questions are asked of Donald Trump. And like 95% of that is Caitlin Collins, but I'll give it to CNN. They're currently the ones paying her. And so Trump hates CNN, and he is not above using the power of government to try to change CNN. And so they've apparently been working behind the scenes to try to maybe influence the hosts on the network. Larry Ellison, senior White House officials reportedly had a little meeting where they discussed axing two CNN hosts that Donald Trump apparently hates the most, Erin, Burnett, and Brianna Keilar. Now, the thing that I learned about this story is I had no idea that he particularly hated them. I don't remember him talking about Erin Burnett. No shame to Erin Burnett. I haven't heard anyone mention Erin Burnett in literally years, but he for some reason hates her. I mean, granted, it is two women, so I can understand why he'd have an issue with them. How dare they do the news? But evidently, he wanted them fired as part of regulatory approval for a Paramount Skydance takeover of the network's parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery. This is the sort of thing that would have been a massive scandal under any other president. You're barely gonna hear anything more about it. Now, they touched on floating names to replace Burnett. I guess the Trump administration is now suggesting replacement hosts for news networks. Now, evidently, this isn't, I guess, going to happen, or at least they're not making clear that this is gonna happen anytime soon. But if it happens in the next 6 months, you'll know why they got rid of those hosts. But anyway, we don't know exactly how this would work. Larry Ellison, like, singularly wouldn't have the power necessarily to do this. It's his son that would actually have the hiring and firing power. Again, this whole thing is incestuous and corrupt and everything. But we'll see if they end up doing it. We do know that the chair of the FCC, Brendan Carr, has been, like super hands-on in trying to direct how these companies work, who they employ. Just a reminder too, Donald Trump Jr. just recently went after Jimmy Kimmel again on social media, still suggesting he should be fired after that whole blow up. They got Colbert. He was recently talking about Seth Meyers again, and Brendan Carr retweeted those calls by Trump to get Seth Meyers fired. So if you think that like the failure to axe all these hosts earlier this year means that they're not gonna press forward with that, no, they're totally doing that. Donald Trump is that tiny and that petty. What do you think, Brett?
So in a major media conglomerate world where they're conglomerating together even more, like these are CBS and Warner Brothers, that is Viacom, and these are two completely different. This is Paramount and Warner Brothers. Those are known to be two wildly different studios historically. Harry Potter, The Godfather, like these are two giant studios, and Harry Potter and Mission Impossible. One, okay?
I'd watch it.
In that scenario, it used to be like, oh, how are Jimmy Kimmel's ratings? Oh, how is Stephen Colbert's ratings for that time slot? Are we making as much money as we can off that time slot? Yes, no, maybe so. That was the only kind of decision you were making. In this scenario, it is, can I sacrifice them in order to appease an angry God King and then make more money on completely unrelated stuff? That's the problem. That's the scary, and it all started in like ways that are wildly un-American. Like this is Larry Ellison, who has an information systems company, is like the world is not enough, which is also a media themed James Bond movie. And can I buy a fiefdom in the media sphere for my son?
Yeah,
that's what's happening. And all this stuff is falling by the wayside and is collateral damage on the way for like two dudes to be pals richly together, even though they each have over $1 billion apiece.
Yeah. I don't know. Look, I just think my advice to Donald Trump would be what I say to a lot of people. If these things make you so angry, you don't have to watch them.
And
you
last
don't have
thing,
to go
like
on these accounts and you.
last thing, because we have to be concise, but like he's mad that reporters are annoying. No, reporters and activists are supposed to be annoying. That's America, Jack.
That's what they are, exactly.